Proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices. Milwaukee Black Talk.
When a parent sees their child smile, they see hope. Aleem hoped that his son Rajib would have an easier life than he had. You see, Rajib, just like his father, was born with a cleft. But as a fisherman in a small village in Indonesia, the cost of surgery was out of reach. Their lives were transformed thanks to Smile Train, which sponsors free, life-changing cleft surgeries and other essential treatments. Rajib's surgery marked Smile Train's 2 millionth, and incredibly, Aleem's was the 2 million and first. Now, their smiles are a symbol of hope for children with clefts all over the world. 540 babies are born with a cleft each day, but through Smile Train, millions of lives have been changed. To learn more and support the global cleft community, visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Stop touching that snooze button and get ready to clock in with the best morning show on planet Earth.
I want to try and beat them.
Okay.
Well, I don't necessarily want to beat you per se. I just want to be the best that I can be.
You know what it is, Truth Nation. It's time to wake up with Milwaukee's favorite morning show.
Don't allow 10 seconds to affect the next 10 years of your life.
Man.
You snapped off, and now you went from partying at the Kardashians to being in a cell 23 hours a day.
Giving you an informative dialogue with a side of fun and laughter while cutting through the noise and bringing you the real stories behind the headlines.
My point is, if you're 40 or if you're still trying to push for something, it doesn't mean that it's over just because it's been delayed. Delayed doesn't mean denied.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, this is Truth Be Told with 2-time Emmy Award winner Telly Hughes on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming on YouTube.
Good morning, good morning. It is Tuesday. It's going up on a Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. Welcome to Truth Be Told with Telly, live from the American Family Insurance Studio inside the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. Our guest co-host on this fine Tuesday is, I'm going to go ahead and give it to him, MC Damian LZ.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you for giving me the MC in this new year.
And we have the legendary Homer Blow. Good morning, Homer.
Great morning, Telly. Great morning, Dave.
What's up, Homer?
Bless, man.
And
Happy New Year.
Yes. We haven't seen Dave.
Yeah, Happy New Year, brother. I was in North Carolina visiting my mother. Shout out to my moms and my sister down there in North Carolina.
That's what's up. How long were you down there?
I was down there for a full week, man.
Oh, yeah. You weren't ready to come back.
I didn't want. Every time I go, I don't want to come back. When I retire, I'm pew.
Okay.
Better
down in North Carolina.
I'm out of here.
Mom done paved the way.
Yes, mom's done paved the way.
Showed y'all Tobacco Road, and y'all own it.
She has shown us the light,
right,
and we shall follow.
Yes, indeed. Well, good to have you back, and it is 2025, and man, this year has started off with a bang. Mm-hmm. It really, really has, and I mean, even going to just reflecting back on yesterday, and Homer was in yesterday, and we really did talk about the 4-year anniversary of January 6th that in depth, but to find out that Trump had pretty much a celebratory party at Mar-a-Lago and had Michael Flynn and Steve Bannon and all the people that were instrumental
in the January 6th
in the insurrection.
Yep.
And they
all
were
the people that were charged later on and got criminal stuff for different things. But yes, keep going.
And no, they were apparently looking at a documentary or kind of looking back on what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, is this Minister Society where he was like, hey, Kane, that looked like you. I got the tape. Like, what are we doing here?
Man, listen, man, I'm telling you, they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
And the blatancy of it is so vivid that it's like you get upset because they're so blatant with it. It's like they're not even hiding it anymore. The fact that they don't care. Like we were like, even with the stuff with Kamala and the man not shaking her hand. I'm thinking about that last night. It's so blatant that they're the disrespect they're showing us in every form of life that we can go into, whether it be corporations, whether it be our work day, whether it be just social, whether it be the news, whatever it is, it's so blatant the disrespect that is coming towards black and brown people in this country that it gets you upset.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like Baldwin said, if you black in America and you ain't upset, then something wrong.
Yeah.
And it's nothing more evident than right now.
Yeah. I was thinking about, again, the Democrats not really showing any force when things like that happen. They won't say anything. They'll just be like, well, I'm focused on a peaceful transfer of power, but this man openly disrespected you in front of the world, right? Not just the country, not just in that room, in front of the world, that this white man did not want to touch your hand.
It's crazy.
Like that is so crazy to me. Now, if it was reversed and that was a Democrat not wanting to shake a Republican's hand,
it would have.
They would have been like, "See, that's what we're talking about, right there. Those far left radicals and this, that, and the other." But nothing was said.
Nothing.
And not even a single Republican came out and said, that wasn't cool.
Right. I was watching, my mother is like a big news person. So when I was in North Carolina, all we did was watch the news, watch the talking heads and stuff like that. They rarely talked about this, right? But everything else is getting talked about. But the point is that is a form of just white supremacy, that this white man, he wasn't even the one that was elected.
No, it was his wife.
Right.
He's the first husband. So he feels that he is more important than this woman who was the vice president, ran for president, and all of these other things, was attorney general. Now, I've had my issues with Kamala in the past, but she needs her respect. You're going to give her respect for the stuff that she's earned. And just on that, he felt as if I don't know what his resume is, but I guarantee it don't match hers.
Yeah.
So you
Absolutely
feel like
not.
because you a white man that you have the power to disrespect this black woman in front of the world.
Yeah.
And nobody should say nothing to you. That's white supremacy.
Yeah.
White privilege at its finest.
And I'm so glad that you kind of gave a prelude to later in the show. Cam Newton and Pastor Jamal Bryant sat down for a very impactful conversation, and we're going to listen to an excerpt and get our reactions, because they brought up some real points, some points that Dame you have brought up in the past on the show, and I think some things as just black men and black America we need to reassess and think about in a different light, because there has been a narrative that has been painted for so long, and Trump has really proven that if you say a lie enough times, people are going to start believing it.
Absolutely. That's true, man. That is so true.
Yeah,
That's America. America tells a lie enough, you believe it, and all of us believe it. Whereas the world is looking at us like, you really believe that? You really believe you came over here and set Vietnam free? You really believe that?
Right.
Yeah.
You really believe you came over here and set Iraq free? You really believe that?
Yeah.
That's what you believe? Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. So a whole lot going on, and what used to be just just a paperwork formality in terms of certifying the election on January 6th. Yesterday, they had all type of security measures and fencing around the Capitol and the White House and all this and all that. And you're saying this is all because of one person and their one lie.
One lie. That he was right.
That has changed everything.
Yep.
It's changed the way we look at elections. It's how elections are processed, how the certification is going out. Because, to be real, I never knew January 6th was the date that they certify the election until January 6th, 2021.
Me neither. It went unnoticed. It was something that just happened.
Absolutely. And you know, the thing is, we not like them, in my opinion, where all of that extra stuff they did around the Capitol and all of that kind of stuff. We're not coming to destroy this certification.
Yeah.
Yo people that rock with you are the ones that stormed the Capitol. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't on that. We're not on that. Just like what it was Jeffries when he was giving a speech saying, you know, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're not getting ready to fight it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like because this is how it's supposed to be done, basically.
Right. We respect it.
Yeah.
And that's what black people always do that. And let's go even further. On January 6th last year, not to get too far off the subject, but on January 6th last year, he had called for these Proud Boys and all these other people to come down there and basically raise hell, right?
Yep.
That was their goal, to raise hell. But the security at the Capitol building was minimal. It wasn't, but when they had the George Floyd marches in D.C. a few years prior, they had the National Guard.
Yes, they did.
Had
That's
the
my point.
Army. They had everything because of what we're going to talk about later, the theory of black criminalization. They had everything, right? Yeah. But these white people come down there with the intentions. They came
armed. It wasn't like they just found some sticks and rocks and started throwing it at the Capitol.
They came with the intentions of trying to overthrow this election, but you don't have the National Guard sitting on the steps in a row like it's Selma. You don't have none of that happening.
Yeah. The leader of the Proud Boys is probably going to be one of the first ones he pardoned.
Oh, yeah. He got,
absolutely. They got 22 years. Yeah.
Listen, I saw something yesterday. Y'all showed sent something yesterday where, what's the lady's name? The white lady, Republican. I can't remember her name, but y'all sent it yesterday. Which they had a makeshift sale someplace. A makeshift sale where she was going in to
Marjorie
visit a
Green.
A makeshift pretend January 6th incarcerated person. They standing outside the sale praying for him.
Orange and all that.
All of that stuff.
Crazy, bro.
Come on,
One of them said, Jesus is with you. And I was just like,
man,
you do know what they... Yeah,
they know. They know, but you know.
And I love the clips that they show now where Mitch McConnell got up and was like, he's the main reason why this insurrection happened, and you know he's responsible for this, meaning Trump, and he's the same one that's 4 years later welcoming him back to Washington D.C.
Absolutely.
It's all changing. That whether it be Republicans, whether it be Democrats, whether it be corporations, the same corporations that didn't support him on January 6th, this, that, and other, they giving him money. They giving him money so he can have his party. His inauguration party.
Right, absolutely.
So where is the outrage now? Because he's in power. That just shows you how much being in power matters. But it also shows you how much it matters who's in power. Because you have a person in power now who doesn't understand that everything he says can lead to something else, the ramifications. He's ignorant to his own power that he has, that he wanted so bad. Because he goes out there and says, we're going to fight for this and fight. No, these fools is really going to fight.
Yeah,
if you come out here and talk like that.
And he going to call them really good people.
Yes.
He going to call them really good people. If I can, I want to say this to the family of comedian Sip Sippy Antoine McBride. Over the weekend, he suffered 2 strokes.
Wow.
And so he's at St. Luke's recovering. He's able to talk. His blood pressure is extremely high. So they don't want people to go out there and try to visit him. They want him to try to get strong. They're still running tests. So to Carol McBride, his oldest sister, who reached out to me yesterday, and to any of his family and all of the friends, would send up a prayer. If you pray, send up a prayer for him to pull through and get back to the country boy Sip Sippy that we know and love.
It will, bro. It will.
Appreciate that, Homer. Again, just Damian, you brought up a great point, and you even sent this out yesterday about all the corporations that denounced the January 6th insurrection. They're now lining up to fund Trump's inauguration. The list includes Ford, Toyota, GM, Intuit, Bank of America, and AT&T. And those are all major corporations. Intuit, if you're not sure what Intuit is, I'll just put it to you this way. The Los Angeles Clippers play in the Intuit Dome.
Yes. WWE debuting on Netflix. We're in the Intuit Dome.
Yes. There it is.
And then the interview, it shows how much like they gave, how much they gave Biden on his, and then how much they're giving Trump on his. Yeah, all of it is way more. And in politics, if you want to see how much somebody supports you, see how much money they give you.
Right. And he's gonna be like, I got way more money. I got way more. Way more.
I got way more money than
way more money.
Yes.
Way more money than it's ever been in the world in the history. It's been way more money.
And I don't think it's. I honestly think it's not ironic that Inauguration Day is on MLK Day.
He knows what it's doing.
Right.
They know what they do. I'm gonna take over his day, and because what they do is they send quiet whistles to the dogs of white supremacy, and they're sending the quiet whistle here. We are going to take over MLK Day, their hope, their great black hope. We're going to take over his day, and instead of celebrating MLK, we're going to celebrate me.
We're going to pay you for it. We're going to pay you for it because it's federal holiday now.
But just think of just think of that though.
Blatant disrespect.
Instead of us celebrating MLK, a man that was for peace, a man that marched for equality and civil rights, that marched for all of the things he did and fought for all of the things he did, we're going to be celebrating Trump, the exact opposite of that.
It's a person that stood for together and unity. Is and they're going to celebrate the 47th president, who has been one of the most divisive presidents in this country's history.
If it wasn't, who would be?
And we better watch out, because there are a lot of black people that go to Washington to celebrate, to go to his monument. And that's going to be the day of the inauguration. So it's going to be crazy. There's going to be some people that's going to be looking at people. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I didn't even think about that. Just think about the people, like you just said, because they got the Civil Rights Museum and all that stuff in D.C. So we got all these people going there to do stuff for that. And wow.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a clash. It's not a physical clash, but I'm just saying it's going to be a clash of ideologies in that.
It might be.
Yeah, we are going to see. All right, Truth Nation, keep it locked with Truth Be Told with Telly. We have MC Damian LZ and the legendary Homer Blow in the building. When we return on the other side of the break, we're going to get into what a lot of people are talking about. Fox releases statement amid jaw-dropping lawsuit accusing Fox Sports employees of sexual misconduct, retaliation, and more. Yes, it is getting hot in here on this Tuesday. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly.
Yeah, see.
Milwaukee Black Talk.
The white friends that I have, especially the ones that I'm very, very close to, they all have something in common. They're all incredibly well-traveled. And when you are stuck in the United States, you are stuck in the institutions and the culture and the groupthink of the United States. And if you are white, a lot of that culture and a lot of that groupthink is don't hang out with black people. Don't be friends with black people. Judge black people. Be very stereotypical of black people.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Happy New Year means a lot of rough days ahead for those who suffer from seasonal affective disorder. Plenty of gray, frigid days on the horizon where we all just want to be snugly and warm at home. That's where Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin comes in. Their inviting doors welcome friends and family into a cozy home thanks to Pella's gorgeous, energy-efficient windows, keeping the cold out. Pella can make your home as beautiful on the outside as it is comfortable on the inside. Celebrate the new year with 0% interest for up to 3 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin showroom today so you can learn the Pella difference and get inspired on making your home more energy efficient and beautiful with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Hurry, you only have until January 31st to score Pella's New Year's special. 0% interest for up to 3 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit PellaWI.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because their home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote from an agent at amfam.com. Products are not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee Class of 2025. Is your wish to win a laptop and a $1,000 scholarship? If so, Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Laptop and Scholarship Awards program is now accepting applications. Visit tmul.org and fill out the application today. The application deadline is Tuesday, January 14th at 4 p.m. So don't wait. Apply today at tmul.org. If you qualify, you can apply for both a laptop and a $1,000 scholarship. Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Laptop and Scholarship Award is amazing. So visit tmul.org today.
After an accident, don't wait to get the help you need. Call Gruber Law Offices first. There is no fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
.101.7 The Truth is the home of Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference basketball. Tonight, we have a battle of two top teams in the City Conference as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats travel to take on the Carmen Northwest Eagles. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The City Conference Game of the Week on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices. Man, speaking of hooping and sports, Truth Nation, I'm going to just tell you right now, get ready to get your phones and hit us up, 833-212-1017. You can always stream and watch us live on YouTube and at 1017 The Truth, because
hit that button.
Thetruth.com. Yeah.
My bad. I was reading stories. My bad.
I get it. I was looking. I was trying to do sign language.
No, he wasn't ready to talk yet.
I wasn't ready to talk. He ain't say nothing to me. Telly was talking. He was doing
yeah. So, Fox releases statement amid jaw-dropping lawsuit accusing Fox Sports employees of sexual misconduct, retaliation, and more. Fox says, quote, "We take these allegations seriously and will allow the legal process to run its course. We have no further comment at this time." Now, the lawsuit...
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the side. Yeah, that's serious. But the sound...
it's kind of laughable once we get into it, because Joy Taylor, one of the more prominent personalities at Fox Sports, the lawsuit alleges Joy Taylor leveraged sex to advance her career and allegedly threatened to accuse network executive of sexual assault when he was no longer useful to her. Additionally, she's accused of dismissing sexual harassment claims made by former stylists, telling her to, quote, "get over it," unquote. To our main man, Skip Bayless, who Shannon Sharp probably knew what was going on with him.
Yep.
But we're not going to get into that part, but we're going to get into his role in this lawsuit. So Skip Bayless is accused of offering former stylists $1.5 million for sexual intercourse. Now, I'm big on words, and for them to go and say specifically sexual intercourse,
Right.
to me, that means that fool did that.
Right.
Because most of the time, allegations are, well, there was some money offered for sex.
Yeah.
Not saying what kind of sex it may be, but this man, he was like, look, for 1.5, I'm telling you exactly what I'm trying to get.
Not the hot 40. Not the hot 40. 1.5.
Listen, man.
Hold on. Before, I got
That is some black stuff
two
you're
more. I
talking
got two more. I got two more names that are in this. Emmanuel Acho, who we know, and was even, what is that? Where they give The Bachelor. The Bachelor, he was a guest host for The Bachelor. So he has made some really big strides, and people really like what he's doing. And so Acho and Dixon, who is an executive, are accused of having sexual relationships with Taylor and rewarding her with promotions because of it. Dixon is additionally accused of groping a former stylist. Whoever this stylist was, and I've read more about it, she was part-time.
Wow.
So it seemed like everybody was trying to get up with her.
So the stylist is the one that's giving this lawsuit. She's the one that is airing all of the Fox, business. Because Fox sound like a big high school, don't it? It sound like it's ridiculous.
Yes.
Fox the musical.
Yeah.
So former FS1 stylist, I hope I get her name right, Noshini Faraja, filed the suit in Los Angeles Superior Court on Friday. And, man, this gets real juicy.
No pun intended. No pun intended.
Right. Faraja alleges that Skip Bayless offered her $1.5 million in exchange for sexual intercourse, adding the network exec Charlie Dixon allegedly groped her buttocks.
Excuse
However,
me,
a
what?
large portion of social media users are talking about Joy Taylor as Faraji alleges the on-air host leveraged sex with Dixon and Emmanuel Acho to advance her career. Faraji even alleges that Taylor split from her husband in 2016 was due to her alleged affair with Dixon.
Why? Okay, why is that's a lot.
It's the way that name and what we talking about.
Dix. It's a lot. Listen, man. Homer on one this morning.
Man, okay, all right.
Homer is in rare form this morning. Let's just be clear.
They gonna learn today.
Listen, so the hairstylist, let me get this right. So the hairstylist is suing because Skip tried to come at her a bunch of times and offered at one point. And after all of the times he tried to come after her, he's like, listen, I'll just give you $1.5 million. Maybe it was negotiated up to $1.5 million. He could have started at $200,000 and went up. Listen. So how did Joy though get caught up in the wrath of the hair because she didn't believe the hairstylist when she came to her with it? Well, so she's like, I'm gonna air you out too because I came to you as a woman and you didn't believe me. Is that what's happening here?
I think this former stylist for FS1 is kind of the Cat Williams of it.
She's just airing out.
She's just airing out because
she's just laying out the land for Fox to show that this is how Fox was. So my allegations aren't off-center. This is how they were and how they operated, is that the women were treated like objects, and Joy was allowing this to happen because she was allowing herself to be treated that way.
Because you got to paint the picture of the environment because the lawsuit is for sexual harassment, sexual battery, retaliation, hostile work environment, and more between 2012 and 2024.
Listen.
So you got to paint that picture. You just can't say, all right, because you can't sue the company if it's just one person that came after you. It would make more sense for her to just sue Skip Bayless and say, all right, he tried to come on to me in the workplace. But because it did happen in the workplace, that gives you the grounds to sue.
Because they could just
workplace.
They could just fire Skip.
And then it'll be all gone.
And
then all of these accusations don't mean anything because it's like, well, we've gotten rid of the problem.
So if she says it's systemic issues with Fox. Now it's Fox, how you can't fire everybody. You can't fire everybody that's on air. So it's systemic issues. So now she's placed it, pretty smart, she's placed the blame on everybody that you see that comes on Fox Sports News 1. There's no way, they can't suspend the whole staff, right?
No.
So now every time one of them come on TV, you're going to remember that. So now Fox is going to be like, we got to pay this woman and make it go away, because if it goes to trial and this, that, and every time one of our team comes on, they're gonna think about this. And let me just tell you, coming from a position where I recently have been working, in my opinion, in a hostile work environment, that can become stressful. When you think that you're in the bullseye and you think that people are looking to get you, that is a stressful situation. And I'm not saying it's not. And adding sexual stuff on top of that is even worse. So if she was going through this hostile work environment because she wasn't playing the Fox way, playing the game like all the other Fox reporters play the game, I feel for this woman.
Yeah, because who else was going to reveal, and we believed it, that Joy slept her way to the top or had sex to advance her career? Because they not going to tell, and Joy ain't going to come out and tell on herself.
Right.
So how else do we know this?
If they go ahead on and pay her off, trust and believe, we talking about from 2012 to 2024, there's a lot of other women
it's gonna come out.
Are going to be bringing forth their accusations, which are going to have some merit now because of the bombshell, the explosiveness of the allegations that are out here right now. So it's like, hey, hit her off. They're going to be hitting off a lot of people.
If this was going on at Fox, and I say if because I don't know, we don't know, just like with Diddy
It's
and all these
alleged.
people, we don't know what really was going on because we weren't there. But off of these reports that we're receiving, if this was actually going on out at Fox and Skip and them was doing all of this, you have to believe that this, like you said, this was a part-time hairstylist. So she's only there when the women are on air, right, probably doing their hair and stuff. But what about the women producers? What about the women in the office that they see every day? What about all of these other women that are working in accounting, that are working in different facets of Fox? Wait till they come out with some stuff.
Listen, we talking about the women, right? Let's keep it real. That it's some men that I'm sure got some stories to tell as well.
Yeah.
Another one.
This is entertainment.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
And then we know how it goes. So
Absolutely.
So it could be, it ain't just women. It's anybody that works. So that, it's
sir.
Like when they went to the Clippers. We were talking about the Clippers earlier and the arena. But let's go back to how he created an environment of racism and all of that in his organization that went all the way up to the top. So if it goes all the way up to the top and this environment has been created where this is just how we are.
This is Pandora's box that has just been opened.
Oh, absolutely. And for people that have been in the broadcast business for a while, you kind of know about these things. I worked for Fox Sports for 12 years. And so, 10 years. And you would hear different things, but it's like, all right, well, how true is that? We don't know how true it is. And but I'll give you an example of how rampant this is. This is nothing new in terms of on-air people messing with hairstylists or people that are behind the scenes, because at the NFL Network, that's one of the main reasons why Marshall Faulk isn't there anymore, and a lot of the other guys that you used to see on the NFL Network, because there was a big scandal about a makeup artist and people were so this is nothing new, because these are the same people that you see every day. And if this is an attractive woman, I guess they feel like, well, we have that type of relationship. I don't know what the deal is. I never thought that was a good policy to bring anything romantic into the workplace, but that's just kind of my thing. But
Mexico is Mystico is in prison right now because of a hairstylist.
Yeah.
So in the entertainment industry, is the hairstylist like? Do they go at the hairstyle? I don't know. Because there may be something where you go to the bar, you try to holler at the waitresses and stuff. Is that something that they do where they try to holler at the hairstylist because they think it's safe, or they think she's not making a lot of money? Let me get at her.
I think that might be.
That's just messed up.
Yeah, it is messed up. And I'll tell you what else is messed up before we step aside. Miss Faraji, who is filing the lawsuit against Fox Sports, became alarmed and warned Joy Taylor that she should probably not sleep with Charlie Dixon and Emmanuel Acho at the same time.
Damn.
As Mr. Dixon is a very powerful man that may become very angry. The suit reads, Miss Taylor says, quote, not to worry about it. Once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her.
So she done went out and said, so in case Joy tried to flip it on Dixon, she done flipped it on her first.
And just like that, the plot just thickened even more. Man. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly. More after the break.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Telly Hughes with his truth.
I want to stress the importance of a positive mindset. Everything begins as a thought before it ever becomes an action. So it's extremely important to purposely place yourself in positive spaces to help shape and nurture those thoughts. I know you're probably thinking, okay, Telly, let's be realistic. Look, I get it. You may work with people with bad energy, or you may even be related to people who are negative by nature. In this journey called life, there will be many things that come your way that's out of your control. But what you can control is how you respond. Understand this. You have the right to either tap in or tap out of whatever energy that may come your way. And that's how you can control and protect your positive spaces. The mind is where it all starts. And if your thoughts are centered around positivity, you'll see how things begin to transform. You will see a noticeable difference between things happening for you versus things always happening to you. You begin to grow through situations as opposed to just going through tough situations. Make it a priority to surround yourself with positive people and create those positive spaces and begin to experience the fruits of what a positive mindset can produce. Trust me, it takes work to creating these spaces, and you have to be intentional about it. And I'm committed to putting in the work because I'm living proof that it's well worth the peace a positive mindset brings.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to Truth Be Told with Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Roskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Deiser. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum,
I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data, to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
too bad out there right now. We do have some delays on 94 eastbound coming out of the zoo towards the stadium interchange. Westbound, same thing, coming out of the stadium interchange all the way to about Hawley Road. Southbound on 41, slowing down from Hampton Avenue down past Capitol Drive, and 43 southbound is just going to be slow right into the Capitol Drive construction zone. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy skies. More clouds roll in throughout the day. A high of 27. Tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with a low of 13. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, welcome back to Truth Be Told with Telly. We have guest co-host MC Damian LZ and the legendary Homer Blow in the building. And before break, we were discussing the lawsuit that was filed by a former Fox Sports stylist against some prominent on-air personalities, including Skip Bayless and Emmanuel Acho, along with executive Charlie Dixon. And before break, I added a little more spice to the gumbo, and by the former stylist, and I hope I'm saying her name right, but Miss Faraji, in her lawsuit, it read, quote, "She became alarmed when Joy Taylor, became alarmed and warned Joy Taylor that she should probably not sleep with Charlie Dixon, one of the Fox execs, and Emmanuel Acho at the same time."
Is that a good way of saying she was sleeping with Charlie Dixon and Emmanuel Acho at the same? I tried to warn her not to do these things.
Right. But it already happened.
But, not that she was already doing it, wink, wink.
Accusations. And Miss Taylor told her, quote, not to worry about it, because once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her. Man, that's some devious stuff there.
Yep. And like I said, we don't know any of these people. We don't know what's true and what's not. But if that's true, that she had this whole plan of going after this guy, he set himself up. That's why, as a man in those positions, if you're a man in a powerful position, or a woman in anybody in a powerful position, you shouldn't be dealing with someone that works under you. That's a subordinate. You shouldn't be doing it. You shouldn't be dealing with anyone that can say those types of things, because at the end of the day, if they say that, whether it's true or not, you are going to look like that person. You're going to, in the court of public opinion, you are going to be that, no matter what's true or false, unless you got her on video saying, yes, I want it, give it to me.
Yeah.
You're going to be that person, you know?
And I look at this whole situation as, regardless of it coming out, it's not going to change anything. This has been going on forever, and it's going to continue to go on.
They'll just be more quiet.
And it'll just be, exactly. But it is such a sad thing when you do have people, that leverage other things outside of their work talents and skills to get to somewhere. And then it really does paint a bad picture for a lot of females in the sports industry, because are you going to start looking at other females and say, oh, did you do the same thing to get you where you are?
Right.
And it shouldn't be that way, but it really is. Hit us up, Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. Chauncey says, why not take the $1.5 million and afterwards just head to church, jump in the holy water, splash around, and holla hallelujah, and become a self-proclaimed born virgin again. Oh, and make sure you cut the pastor a decent check so he don't ask for none. I don't know about that, Chauncey.
Is that Al saying his name is Chauncey? Because he threw the church in there. So.
No, this is all Chauncey.
Hell no.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Right. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one, Ricky. Yeah, Chauncey, I don't know about that, man. That was. Anyway.
But listen, this has been going on. If we think about it, though, this has been going on since the invent of Hollywood, since people started being on screens and their beauty started being a commodity that people could sell and use, and people started using sexual attraction as a trading. What I'm looking for? A trading currency, right? So this has been going on. If you come to me and you are this beautiful woman, I'm a fat dude in Hollywood. Here's my couch, my casting couch. Let's see how well you want it. If you're a woman in power and you do the same, here's my couch. What do you want to? Let's see how much you want this, young man.
Yeah.
Things like that. That has been going on since the beginning of Hollywood. So it's not like it's going to stop. But we have to. How do you stop it? You can't stop it, right?
Women are doing it too. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Just
it's
like
everybody.
in the movie Boomerang. Marcus. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't have any panties on,
right?
Marcus. You know that's a fictional thing, but these things it happens, and that's what I'm saying. It's about power, and once people get power, they believe that they can do anything to those that don't have power, and a lot of people want to get power just so they can do these things. Just so they can be the way they want to be, and the way they've always wanted to be. But like Telly was saying, haven't had the ability to be able to be a scoundrel like this. Let me get some power. Let me work hard, not for the glory of my family, the glory of getting this position. I want to be the chief producer so I can mess with these women.
Yeah,
I can mess with these men.
Political figures, man, been doing they AIDS and everything else, man. So, unfortunately.
And this is, and especially in television, this is nothing new when people try to do whatever they need to do to advance their career, and a lot of times it has cost people their career.
Correct.
And it is just, to me, I know how the game goes. I know how. I mean, I've been around a long time, and I just don't see them finding a way to get rid of Acho and Skip Bayless. They're going to, maybe suspend them or find a way to let this blow over. But if you all recall, there was a guy named Tiki Barber.
Tiki.
Who was the running back for the Giants. And basically, Tiki Barber was going to be the Michael Strahan before Michael Strahan.
He was.
Absolutely.
He was on his way. He was doing NBA. Like, he got out of football and said, I just don't want to be a football analyst. I want to do news. They put him on NBC, and he was on the Today Show. He's doing a bunch of stuff. Until the Olympics. They go over to the Olympics. This intern is with him, and they found out that they were more than just co-workers. And
I
the
never knew that story.
Yeah, and the problem was the biggest problem was Tiki Barber's wife was pregnant at the time. And so once this came out, they cut him. And have you heard of Tiki Barber since?
He's somewhere too. He
has like a little radio show or something in New York, but for the longest they were like, "Oh no, you were the worst person ever."
You got caught.
Yeah.
You got caught. You making it bad for the rest of us.
Scapegoat.
You got caught. You make it's something that they all do, but you got caught. You making it bad for the rest of us.
And it makes it bad for everyone. So, but these guys can do it, and it's not going to make it bad for everyone.
That's right.
Let's go to Ken, who's on our True Talk line. Ken, good morning. What's your question or comment?
Hey, good morning, y'all. I just wanted to make a comment. I have daughters, right? So I definitely sympathize with any woman who is treated in this manner, right? One of the major things that people keep forgetting to take in consideration is, number one, the lie and the scandal is better than the truth. And we live in a society where these are considered the norms, especially when people are using their bodies to get places. It's sort of a non-spoken thing, but it's a known thing. So here it is, just like with Bill Cosby, and I'll use that as an example. You know, you look at a time and era where people took drugs and had sex and did all these things, and everyone loves to bring the giant down, right? So here it is, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years later, somebody's coming back after their career's fizzled out or after their alimony runs out or whatever the case may be, and now all of a sudden they have just been traumatized. But the first thing I notice always is no one ever wants to pursue the criminality. They don't want to stop the person. They want to get some type of financial gain from it. That's the part that no one wants to really acknowledge. Prime example, once again, the whole Bill Cosby situation. They took him down, was all in it, tried to take away his accolades from his schools, the donations he made, billions of dollars. But nobody said nothing about Hugh Hefner and his fortune. Nobody said nothing about the man who was facilitating these parties and having these younger girls. And everybody know he was taking pictures of every celebrity that came in there so he could hold something over their head. So we all are aware of these realities and the way it works. But nobody's saying nothing. Everybody just sitting back on their hands and want to point fingers and bring the giants down. So I know, like I said, I'm sympathetic when somebody has something done to them. But if your first thing is financial gain, I have no sympathy in that sense, bro. I can't. If my daughter came to me and said, Dad, when I was 25 and now I'm 50, some man did this to me, I'm going to ask her, all these years you didn't feel no type of way? You want to wait until now and then the first thing you do is try to get his money because he's rich? You don't see nobody going up to school teachers or going up to people on the side of the road like, he did this to me 20 years ago. No, it's because they have nothing to give you. So, like I said, if the first move is a criminal is to prosecute, hey, this guy did this to me, he needs to be locked up. I am going to take that person's, I'm going to make sure that person gets their justice. Jay-Z did a perfect thing. He said, hey, if I did it, let's make sure I get prosecuted. But the reality is this person ain't looking for prosecution. They looking for financial gain. So I just want to put that on the back of y'all mind, man. I know we all know it. It's the unspoken reality, and certain things y'all can't even say because y'all radio personalities, but I'm going to speak the truth.
Appreciate it, Ken. We appreciate you speaking your truth. And the only thing I can say about that is welcome to America. When we deflect and not go to the source of the problem, it's like crime. It's, we don't want to talk about most mass shooters being white people. Mm-hmm. We want to talk about how the immigrants are coming in and committing all these crimes. Mm-hmm. When you look at all the domestic mass shootings and terrorist crimes or, acts that have happened, they ain't been by black people.
That part.
But that's what we are known for, or we're the hyper criminals, or
so as they put it.
Yes. So, Truth Nation, we appreciate your engagement. Atlanta Banana, we see you on the line. We're going to get to you on the other side of the break. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The MPS City Conference basketball season is starting to heat up, and we are bringing you all the live hoops action right here on 1017 The Truth. Tune in Friday night as we have a matchup between two top girls basketball teams in the conference as the Golda Meir Owls host the Rufus King Lady Generals. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Happy New Year means a lot of rough days ahead for those who suffer from seasonal affective disorder. Plenty of gray, frigid days on the horizon where we all just want to be snuggly and warm at home. That's where Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin comes in. Their inviting doors welcome friends and family into a cozy home thanks to Pella's gorgeous, energy-efficient windows, keeping the cold out. Pella can make your home as beautiful on the outside as it is comfortable on the inside. Celebrate the new year with 0% interest for up to 3 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin showroom today so you can learn the Pella difference and get inspired on making your home more energy efficient and beautiful with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Hurry, you only have until January 31st to score Pella's New Year's special. 0% interest for up to 3 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit PellaWI.com.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance, and you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Products are not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating companies American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Is your washing machine not quite getting the job done the way you expected? Running your dryer over and over because it is taking forever to dry your clothes? Be frustrated no more because Create Suds Laundromat in Milwaukee can get rid of all your washing and drying headaches. They offer new big load washers and dryers to reduce your cleaning time and even have free Wi-Fi for customers. Stop battling with stubborn stains and piles of laundry and visit Create Suds Laundromat. They are open every day from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, we have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we will be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. Visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com to sign up today. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC. We got a very short break, so Lana Banana, you're on Truth Be Told with Telly. Good morning. What's your question or comment?
Good morning. How's everyone doing?
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I just want to make sure I understood the previous caller. So he's saying that his daughter waited 25 years to get some money to claim that she got molested?
He's saying
hypothetically. Yeah, I think he used it hypothetically, yeah, we were trying to follow it too, Lana Banana.
Okay, I just want to understand before I say something. It may have taken her 25 years because, this isn't something easy to discuss with anyone. Mm-hmm. She could have felt shame. She could have felt like she was to blame. She could have felt embarrassed. So when other things come up, other instances and cases, it gives you the courage to come out with your truth too. So some people it take a long time, some people it doesn't. And maybe she was afraid to bring it out 25 years ago because the same way that you're reacting to it in a negative way now could have been how you would have reacted back then. Maybe that could have been I don't know. But the thing is to talk to her, understand where she's coming from, be approachable, because you need to talk to your daughter, your kids, everybody. But that you live in close proximity with, especially, and just talk to her, see where she's coming from. Just because she's a daughter don't make her think the way you want her to think. You have to see how she's thinking. And you know what I'm saying? So be there to help her. Yeah. So like me, I suffer from PTSD, MST, which is military sexual trauma. It took me 30-some years to come out, you know, because I didn't understand myself.
Wow.
So until I sought help, that's when I understood what was going on with me, and that's when I came out and understood, you know, because everybody didn't understand me. I didn't understand myself either. And they still don't understand me, but I understand me now.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that, you know, just be approachable and, you know, just understand where people are coming from. Be where they're at.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Lana Banana, for sharing your story and calling in and always being a valued listener. On the other side, we got hour number 2 coming up on Truth Be Told with Telly. We're going to get into a conversation that Cam Newton and Pastor Jamal Bryant had about media and the stereotype and the labeling of our community and why it's like that. And it's pretty deep, y'all. So make sure you keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly. Hour number 2 coming up after this.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris are joined by MJ's former teammate, Dr. Lloyd Walton. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Grammy Award winner John Legend.
Knowing that fight isn't over, knowing that we've got to stay motivated and stay inspired. Glory was the song that myself and Common wrote. Two brothers from the Midwest, from Chicago and from Springfield, Ohio.
Oscar Award winning actor Don Cheadle.
I know that we're the bright, shiny thing that sometimes gets the attention, but I would say don't listen to celebrities. You don't have to listen to us. Listen to yourself.
And President Donald Trump's son, Don Jr.
When did we have a strong economy? And I don't think anyone with a straight face can say right now. And the reality, when you look at it, it's not even voting for my father. Look at the team that's now surrounding him.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer. Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning, the cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Get up and dance
with me, dance with me. Groove it, baby, sing a song, get up.
Might need to turn my mic on, y'all.
yeah. Turn the mic on.
Yeah, man. I was like,
good morning, Truth Nation. If you're just joining us, like myself, welcome to Truth Be Told with Telly. We have guest co-hosts MC Damian LZ,
yes, sir,
and the legendary Homer Blow in the building. Good first hour, interesting first hour about the Fox lawsuit. And a lot of the people that everyone watches every day on that network were named in it. And we will definitely have to see how this plays out. I mean, is this something that is going to expose other things? Or is Fox going to try to pull the Jay-Z and like, look, let's hurry up and get this out the way. Like, we what you want? Let's give her the money and boom, be gone. So we are going to see how this all plays out.
We ain't heard the last of the network.
No, we have not. And before break, I mentioned a conversation that Cam Newton had with Jamal Bryant. And we won't play the entire excerpt, but we'll play the beginning and most of it so you could get the gist of what's going on. And Truth Nation, I really want to get you all's reaction. So make sure you are ready to hit us up, 833-212-1017. And you can always stream and watch us live on YouTube and at 1017thetruth.com. You can chime in on our YouTube message board as well. But it's just a perception that Cam was giving Pastor Jamal Bryant, and just take a listen to where it went, and we want your thoughts on this.
Man to tell me, he says, how is it when a black man kill a black man, it's not really outrage?
Yeah.
But when a white man kills a black man, it's going to start a riot.
The American media has manipulated the narrative of crime. Black on black crime is a made-up thing. You have never heard white-on-white crime. Never heard Asian on Asian crime. They have tried to fraction and compartmentalize us to feel as if where the crime is where we are.
Go ahead.
The lead murderers in America are white men. The lead robbers in America are white men. The largest amount of rapists are white men. The highest number of domestic abusers is white men. The highest number of arrested pedophiles is white men.
Ricky, you can cut it right there, and we'll get to the rest of it in a minute because it's so much information that I want us to dissect it and not overlook a lot of things, because Pastor Jamal Bryant was bringing up a lot of different stats, saying that white men are the murderers, they are the rapists, they're the ones that's doing it. But why is it that it's black people that make up the prison population for the most part?
Over policing. It's over. And when you think about it, the reason why black people are in the prison population is over policing, because the police are in our areas all the time. They arrest us all the time. It's not that we're doing most of the crimes. It's just that we're being arrested for most of the crimes. And then when you look at the misinformation where he's talking about the misinformation of why that theory that black criminalization is so high and the super predators of black men, it dates back to slavery times, whereas even during slavery we were lazy, but we was the ones out there working. But we the lazy ones, right? We like watermelon, but watermelon was not domesticated to this country, brought in by white folks. So just all of these things alone, when you look at it, is the misinformation that is placed upon black people and how we are now the most criminalized portion of this society, when the statistics say we ain't. We don't. Black on black crime is just me. Historically, anyone is going to kill anyone that's next to them. So if I live close to you, I'm going to kill you. I can't kill the person that I don't live close to.
That lives 50 miles away.
So that's what they're saying. But when we kill a black person, it's the highest of order. It's the wow, black people are killing black people, but white people kill white people too.
Mm-hmm.
Asian people kill Asian people too. But anything we do is magnified and made to fit the narrative of black criminality.
Yeah, but why are we so outraged, Homer? Let me turn to you. Why are we so outraged when a white cop kills a black man, or if a white person kills a black man, then it's time to protest. It's time to do this and do that.
Man, listen, this conversation is one that I have very, very often. And to kind of say where, I understand where Dame is coming from, but we got a lot of white people that live in the inner city now. That I'm talking about, 20th and Burleigh, you name it. We have a lot of Asians and Laotians that live in, and we're not attacking them. We got a lot of Jews that live off of Burleigh up there around St. Joseph's Hospital. And they can walk on Fridays when they're not driving and all of that, and you're not hearing about them being attacked. But it's something, in my opinion, that is embedded in a lot of black people that look like me, that we attack each other. Mm-hmm. And so that's where I still stand on it, call it black on black crime, because I've seen when we're around other situations, the crime is not happening. When you look at the shootings that take place in the city, if you go to the JS Online homicide tracker, over 90% are black people. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to fight.
And it ain't that even many. That's not even that many of us here. Right. That's what's crazy about it.
So it's hard to go against the grain, but I get it, and I understand they don't call it white on white crime. They don't call it Asian on Asian crime, and you understand. I understand that, but again, in this box, we won't take ourselves outside of the concrete jungle. We won't take ourselves outside of the box. That's why I wish more parents, and especially if we could get the PWKs, to expose our children and our youth to things that, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't like that. I hear people wanting to move away from Milwaukee, but if you really went and drive through different areas, you can just look at it and say, they ain't having these shootings like this. They're not having a crime like this. So there is an issue, but we can't even come together on simple things. You got activists mad at other activists. They won't come together. So it's a lot of components, in my opinion, that has derived this black on black crime situation.
I have to vehemently disagree with you, brother.
I understand.
To say that it's embedded in us to kill black people is to repeat the stereotypes that white people have placed on us. It's not embedded in us to kill black people. You talked about the Jewish people that walk through there. When I say we kill those that are close to us, we kill those that are close to us, that live close to us, that are in our community.
They live in our community.
That's not our community. That's not our community. Just because they live on 51st, they might as well be in Waukesha.
Right.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
It's black people that live over there.
Let me finish. They might as well be in Waukesha. That's not our community. I'm saying we kill those that are within our community. Just like white people. There are no white people, there are no black people in Nebraska, but I'm sure it's people in Nebraska that are killing each other, and they aren't telling them that it's embedded in them that they kill white people. White people kill white people. We just had the dude blow up the Tesla in front of the Trump building. Mm-hmm. We just had that happen, and we had white people that blow up World Trade Centers, blow up federal buildings. We have that happens, but they don't call that white on white crime. Whereas when we
were
do
those
something,
white people,
those were white
the
people.
Trade Center.
The first time it was the dude from Oklahoma.
No, I ain't talking about the Oklahoma bomber.
Oh, you talking about
you said the World
McVeigh.
Trade Center.
I'm saying that wasn't the first time the World Trade Center had been attacked.
You said the World Trade Center, and we immediately think about 911.
I meant to say the Oklahoma building. The Oklahoma building where the man
Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah. Where they have these where they have these crimes that goes on. Mm-hmm. I'm saying we have to stop repeating what white people tell us about us, and that's what you're doing when you're saying that.
I'm seeing it. I'm not taking.
You're taking what you're saying in front of your face and not seeing the big picture. Homer, let me finish. You got to talk. Let me finish.
We talk about the big picture.
I let you talk. Let me finish what I'm saying. I let you talk.
Yeah.
You're repeating what the white man has placed on us by saying it's embedded in us to be criminals. It's embedded in us to kill our own. When this American society that's the only thing they do is teach violence. So it's embedded in America to be violent. It ain't just us that are violent. And when you look at the crime numbers, I represent the 15th district. Our crime numbers have gone down. The crime numbers are the way that they are because they arrest Billy when Billy robs a store, but they don't arrest Johnny in Waukesha when he robs a store. So you can't look at crime numbers and say because the crime of the red dots is all here that's where the crime is taking place, as if it's not taking place someplace else.
But
just because they don't arrest them there, don't mean that it's not taking place. There is a proven fact of over policing. And do you not believe in over policing in black communities? Do you not believe that black people have been over-policed for decades, centuries? Why do you say FTP? It didn't come about because we love the police, because they out there in Waukesha arresting them.
Listen, bro.
The red dots don't mean nothing.
I hear you going there, but again, I got to face reality. I got to face the reality. And when you talk about the people that are being affected by this crime, it's not somebody that don't look like them. It's not white people coming in our community that are murdering people. It's white people that live in our inner city.
But what you're doing is blaming black people for the conditions that they've been placed in.
I ain't blaming all black people.
You're blaming black people.
I'm not blaming all black people.
You're blaming black people.
I'm blaming criminals.
You're blaming black people. You're saying it's embedded in black people to commit crimes against black people.
I'm blaming criminals.
You're blaming black people.
You can call it that. I'm telling you it's not that.
You're saying black people are the criminals.
It's a lot of black people that are criminals.
And it's a lot of white folks that is criminals.
Not to the degree that we're doing in our
He just told you the numbers. Black people, white people kill white people more than black people.
Hey, fellas, let's get to our talk line real quick. We'll let y'all keep going here in a second. We got Black Conscious that's on the line, and he's been waiting very patiently. Black Conscious, what's your question or comment?
And this is how black-on-black crime starts, because we both have a point and we both have an opinion, and we can respectfully disagree. But you're so passionate in what you say, Homer, I kind of side with my brother on that one. But, Telly, to answer your question, why so many? Because you know, just as well as all of us know, the penitentiary is the new plantation. And it all started back then of us locking it up for spitting on the ground or whatever. They found it was an industry that we saw means to make money off our backs again. So that's why we have a high concentrated number of us in systems for small infractions. A lot of us can't afford the legal aspect of it. So it's an industry, the penitentiary is an industry that they have saw that is lucrative. So, but not to dismiss what the whole part of this was about. Yes, we have taken that black-on-black crime statement and ran it and used it where they don't even say it no more. We inherit it, and that's what it is. So we have to be mindful of the things that is said to us, and we take it on as truth and life. That's all, my brothers. You can respectfully disagree with each other, but it's getting to a point now where it's getting heated. That's the last thing we want to do.
Homer's my brother. You know, I love Homer.
Absolutely. I'm not saying you don't love him.
We already agree
but you're both passionate. But you're passionate about what you speak on. But when you get to that point, nobody is being heard, and tempers are rising, and you can hear it over the airwaves.
That is not happening.
No, Black Conscious, it ain't like that.
Me and Homer go.
I mean, maybe it's coming across that way on the radio, but no, it's not like that.
Yeah, not at all. This is the listeners. I'm glad it's not like that, but you know, in the streets, that's how it turned to.
Yeah.
That's what it becomes.
Well,
so you know, Homer, give that man that chance to speak his truth and what he believed, just as he gave you, and then we move forward. But this is all by design, gentlemen. This is all by design, and we know this.
Hey, listen.
They put this information out there to make us look a certain way, but then they hide the truth. They don't present the truth about us that's on their end. And I'm not just talking about whites. I'm talking about any race. But we're the front runners as the leading candidates in jail and stuff like that. Yeah. Live Righteous Milwaukee. Love you, brothers.
All right, appreciate it, Black Conscious. And Truth Nation, continue to hit us up, 833-212-1017. That's what we want. We want you to get engaged in this conversation because it involves all of us. And Ricky, I know I got to get to break, but before I do, I want to read these two messages on our YouTube message board. Dante says, sad to say and hard to explain, but both ends of that argument is correct. And Dante also goes on to say, you have to stop paying attention to the picture that they are trying to paint and start with ourselves as black people. Take accountability and find a solution.
Hashtag that part.
And on that note, we're going to step aside. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Wednesday night, the Milwaukee Panthers close out their road trip in Indiana as they take on Horizon League opponent, the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons.
Now Fultz, split two defenders, in the lane again, flips to score, finding an opportunity for a high percentage basket by squeezing his way.
Scott Warris has the coverage Wednesday starting at 5:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Happy New Year means a lot of rough days ahead for those who suffer from seasonal affective disorder. Plenty of gray, frigid days on the horizon where we all just want to be snugly and warm at home. That's where Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin comes in. Their inviting doors welcome friends and family into a cozy home thanks to Pella's gorgeous, energy-efficient windows, keeping the cold out. Pella can make your home as beautiful on the outside as it is comfortable on the inside. Celebrate the new year with 0% interest for up to 3 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin showroom today so you can learn the Pella difference and get inspired on making your home more energy efficient and beautiful with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Hurry, you only have until January 31st to score Pella's New Year's special. 0% interest for up to 3 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit PellaWI.com.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you're so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's my nature to be fearless.
Gruber Law Offices presents Thanalysis.
One day it's all gonna end. What am I scared of?
A podcast from Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
I've airball, free throws. I've turned the ball over. I've missed game-winning shots.
Also supported by Carbless, premium ready-to-drink cocktails.
I don't care, man. I only live once. Can't go back.
And Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Milwaukee.
There's nothing for me to fear.
Subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because their home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote from an agent at amfam.com. Products are not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, get your tickets now for our first annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 28th, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Visit 1017thetruth.com to purchase your tickets today. They are only $25, which includes heavy appetizers, a drink, and a great time hanging out with our Truth family. Don't wait. You do not want to miss out on the best community awards event of the year. Visit 1017thetruth.com to buy your tickets to our first annual Truth Community Awards at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel on Friday, February 28th, starting at 5 o'clock. Man, we are cooking. Yeah. Let's get back to our our Truth Talk line. Ike, you're on Truth Be Told with Telly, Damian, and Homer. Good morning. What's your question or comment?
Comment. So, we got situations going on with interactions between professionals, men and women, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So how is it so complicated that a man can't ask a woman a question without becoming harassment? And when does it get to the point where she needs to speak up before it gets to the point where he can force himself on her, or there's an allegation? Like, why do people enable this kind of behavior and then don't know what to do about it when you see these atrocious acts take place? And then it comes back down to it, black men get discriminated and looked down on, like our dark skin actually means darkness or something, and then you got these boys of privilege running around creating mess and all kind of havoc. Like, a billionaire could clear up a lot of situations.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree, because it is a double standard.
What you do.
That's an interesting question.
I didn't really understand the question.
Yeah.
I think what he was saying is we were going back to the previous subject, and not to go there too far because me and Homer was cooking. Listen, I was listening to the radio, I was listening to the Truth not too long ago, and they were talking about this, and they were saying, when is it too many times that a man advances or asks a woman out? The first time. If you ask one time and she say no, and you keep going, then that's too many times. So if you can shoot your shot, and then your shot get blocked, we as men is always like, well, I'm gonna keep trying, I'm gonna break her down. No, you're not gonna break her down.
No, you're
That's
not.
something else at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially in the work environment. Now, if you're just on the streets and every day she walk past the store where you work at, you're like, I'm gonna holler at her every day till she say something. That might be different than
that's different
you don't hold a position of power over her.
Right.
If you hold a position of power over her, or you're in the same work environment, you've made her work environment hostile because she's got to be there. She don't got to walk past your store every day. You know what I mean? But she's got to come to that job every day. And every day that she comes to that job, she got to deal with you. Come on.
Right. We got Al on the line. Al, you on Truth Be Told with Telly, Damian, and Homer. Good morning. Hello, Al. Al going once. Al going twice. All right, Al.
Damn.
Call back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get some Al right there. Pause.
I'm sure something happened.
Ready to do the drop like
Wait a minute.
Damn.
Phone's ringing again.
Kevin Hart.
I mean, this is the same person that called us while he was getting his battery fixed. So I'm sure. All right, he's back. Al,
Okay.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
You can hear
Good
you
morning.
now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. What I was going to say is that there is a lack of value within our community for one another. So I always tell people, you want police brutality to stop, treat them like you treat each other, because you're giving a certain value to other people. The other thing black people got to do is they have to stand on business when it comes to white people, all right? If some of them act like devils, say it. Don't try to be the bigger person, and that's why we are where we are today. We don't do that. You don't want to say, no, you need to say it and expose people on their double standards. But for some reason, we always want to be blindsided and turn an eye when it comes to other groups, but we loudmouth where we talk about each other. Just the way we talk about each other, talk about them too, and their mama and their kids too. And all this to change, like I said before. You want the police to stop? Treat them like an N-word. That's what everybody else says. They treat us like it. Treat them like it, and you'll get the respect you want. Y'all have a good day.
All right, you too, Al. Thank you so much. We have been discussing a conversation that Cam Newton and Pastor Jamal Bryant were having about just how we are perceived as a community.
The stereotypes of black men.
And as a race. And in case you missed it, Ricky, go ahead and play it again so we can get everyone with Truth Nation up to speed on where this conversation is coming from and where we're trying to go with it.
A white man to tell me, he says, how is it when a black man kill a black man, it's not really outrage?
Yeah.
But when a white man kills a black man, it's going to start a riot.
The American media has manipulated the narrative of crime. Black on black crime is a made-up thing. You have never heard white-on-white crime. Never heard Asian on Asian crime. They have tried to fraction and compartmentalize us to feel as if where the crime is where we are.
Go ahead.
The lead murderers in America are white men. The lead robbers in America are white men. The largest amount of rapists are white men. The highest number of domestic abusers is white men. The highest number of arrested pedophiles is white men. The greatest number of drug dealers arrested is white men. But if you ask the average American who are the proponents of crime, is a black face to it.
And that's where we are right now. Why is it that a blackface is always associated with crime? And I guess my next question leads to, how much does the media play a part in this? Because most often perception is reality. If that's the way you perceive us, then that's the way it's going to be. And that's going to be your reality. So it's not that we are just embedded with this, we're criminals, and if we just don't happen to act on that thought, then we're one of the good ones. But most of us are criminals, and most of us have a criminal mindset, where I truly believe the media plays a huge part in that, because it's just in movies and sitcoms, and you look at some of the roles that black people are forced to take in order to have a career, and a lot of them perpetuate
stereotypes.
Criminals,
Hollywood
drug dealers, Hollywood Shuffle. Great example of that. Great example. And all you youngsters, go look up Hollywood Shuffle.
Right.
It's one of those movies. It's kind of like Belly, like you said.
Right.
It's the best worst movie you'll ever see. But give Robert Townsend a lot of credit for trying to expose Hollywood even back then.
Yep. Real talk. That's exactly what it was for.
Yeah, he was exposing.
Yeah.
Because you look at when you look at Hollywood Shuffle, not to get too far off track, but it definitely shows what Jamal, what's his catcher's name, Jamal Bryant.
Jamal Bryant.
What he's speaking of here is that the images that are placed upon our TV screens, the images that are placed upon our movie screens, the silver screen of black people, and the criminality that is inherent to us, that they try to say is inherent to us, just a part of us, didn't start last year. It started when, soon as the first movie that was made was a black man movie, made a movie, but then the next one that they consider the first movie, Birth of a Nation, where it's a black man and it's after the Reconstruction era, and they're portraying all of the black people, even these black senators and these black politicians that came into power after Reconstruction. They're portraying them as hungry for white women, and that's where it became, you got to protect the white women. Hungry for white women, hungry for to do criminal stuff, sitting there being savages and all of this stuff. That's where these images have come from, is literally come from the media, literally created by the media and enhanced after that, because you're dealing with a population where they believe that. Why would they lie to us? Why would the news media lie to us? Why would they not why shouldn't I be scared of walking past a black man down the street? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that is literally coming from the media and the things that they put out.
Yeah, and it is so sad, because when's the last time you heard of a black man being a serial rapist?
Yes.
The last black mass shooter I could think of was the DC sniper.
Yeah.
But out of all the mass shootings, you can only think of one black person.
And even in that situation, he did all of the other shootings just to mask up the one he wanted to shoot his wife or something, right?
Yeah.
And so he shot her, and then he went and shot a bunch of other people.
Right. To make it look like it was random. Random.
So even then, it wasn't as random as these other mass shootings. But carry on.
Yeah, they were walking around wearing commander's helmets and stuff at the gas station back then when that happened. But it is that perception that like Pastor Jamal Bryant said, if you ask any average American, they couldn't tell you all the things that he just said, because it's that perception out there that we're committing all the crimes. Because if you look at the news every night, and every night you only see black people committing crimes, or the lead story or the main stories, and then when it's time for a story involving white people, and it's something, very fluff or very soft, or not to say that white crimes and things like that don't happen. I'm not saying that. They do. But if you just take a look at the news, just even if you want to tonight, just look at the first 5 stories of the newscast, which is called the A block, which are the most important stories.
Right.
And just see how it is. Melissa on our True Talking text line says it's trickery. They use psychology and implementation into the subconscious. It's diabolical work.
When I used to watch the news, I would always watch and pay attention to how they distinguish locations. So they'd be like on the north side of Milwaukee, but then when they do something on the south side, they'll be like on 20th and College. So it's not in your mind, it's you have 20th and College, whereas on the north side. So you, in your mind now, you're just thinking everything is happening on the north side, but just that one thing happened on 20th and College or 35th and Lincoln or something like that, but on the north side. So it's like you have to understand the science of media, and like you just said, that A block, that's when people start watching the news before they change the channel. So now they put everything there, but then the other stuff is placed on the back end. In the newspaper, I had a class about media in college at Florida A&M. The newspaper above the fold. The black crime or stuff and all that will be above the fold, sitting there. So you only got to buy the paper, but you're gonna see that article about that black person that they're gonna sell that paper with, and then inside the paper there'll be the other stuff that other people will see that are really into the news. But even if you're not into the news, you're gonna see that.
Dante hit us back up on our YouTube message board and said it's called television programming. It's a hell of a program. LOL. I have been a part of television programming for a long time, and I can tell you there's a lot of things that they do that you don't even pay attention to. Like they always have the weather in the C block. And if you really think about it, most people, that's what they watch the news for the weather. So why would you put that in the A block? And so I get the news, and then I'm going to turn you off because I got what I wanted. I'm going to make you wait and give you what I want you to see before you get what you want, which is the weather and sports. That's why weather always come in the third block and sports always come in the last block.
Right.
And just a little TV programming for you right there, Dante. I know a lot about it. Mr. Hope, you're on Truth Be Told with Telly. Good morning. What's your question or comment?
TV programming for you right there, Dante.
Mr. Hope, you got to turn your radio down.
Hello?
You are on live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I just wanted to make a statement about Jamal Bryant, because he real controversy. I ain't never heard no preacher want to get the congregation and grow weed. I never heard nothing like that, man. So he can teach the youth, what do you say, agriculture, horticulture.
Mr. I don't know anything about that, but I mean, we were talking about what he was saying in terms of how the media portrays criminality.
Can I ask Mr. Hope a question?
Go ahead.
Mr. Hope, so you're saying he told his congregation that they should get into growing weed. Is that what you're saying?
No, I can't think of who that was. They did a one-on-one interview.
Oh, so
and he brought all those things up. No,
Okay.
It was, but that's a funny dude, man. That's why I want to point that out. That's all.
All right.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Hope. We appreciate it.
I wouldn't be mad at him if he did. If he did, because weed is legal now. So go on and get that money. Go on and do that. It's not all things that are legal are good, but I'm just saying, if you're going to, I like the way, I thought he was going to say something else that, when preachers talk like that. I miss the days when preachers talked like this, when preachers gave opinions about society, when preachers just wasn't scared of offending. You know what I'm saying?
That's because that was before everything was wrong. Either it was you're either with them or you're a phobe.
Right.
And now that has, I think, made a lot of pastors a little hesitant to really speak the truth, because when you speak the truth, you may lose members. You may lose a lot of your congregation. But we're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we're going to continue this conversation on the other side. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/the reason to get started.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Raskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Dizer. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum,
I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data, to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
Prostate cancer screening is a simple blood test. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Your family history of prostate cancer increases the risk for all the men in your family. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Prostate cancer is most treatable when it's detected early. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Men, it's your life. That's why it's so important to talk to your doctor about getting tested. If you want info on how to take action, the Prostate Cancer Foundation is here to help. For more than 30 years, PCF, a leader in scientific breakthroughs, has funded cutting-edge research that speeds new treatments into clinics, helping patients live longer with fewer complications. Go to pcf.org to learn more about prostate cancer and how you can advocate for yourself. Remember, it's your life, and it's a simple blood test. Get it done.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Boy, Truth Nation, we have appreciated the engagement on our Truth Talking text line as well as our YouTube message board. It has been smoking all morning, and these type of topics, I think, need to be discussed. And the more often we don't discuss them, the more these stereotypes will continue to be perpetuated. Yes. And we know the reality of it. Our community, there's not too many people from our community that are committing mass murders and going around, just doing a lot of these heinous crimes, but we are still painted as the ones that are doing it. And on top of that, it goes back to the prison population where black people make up most of the population. And it's like, how is that and we're not even doing most of the crimes. And Damien, you brought up a great point, and it got you and Homer cooking a little bit, because it's a catch-22, because like you said, it doesn't mean that things aren't happening in white communities because they're not being over-policed the way that black communities are.
Right, and it doesn't also mean that we aren't, and to Homer's point, and I don't want anyone to think that I was negating what Homer was saying, that, yeah, we are committing crimes. We black people are doing crime and committing criminal acts. We are not saints in that realm, but we also are not the leaders in that realm, and we are not the ones who perpetuate it the most, but it's put on us the most, as if we're the ones that are doing it.
The only ones that's doing it.
The only ones that's doing it. So in reality, if I see a white boy coming down the street, I should be clutching. If I had a purse, I should be clutching my purse, more scared of him.
Yeah.
And he should be scared of me. That's how it is. Because when you look at the statistics of how things have gone about in this country, and the criminalization that has taken place in this country, the terrorism that has taken place in this country, we ain't terrorized them. They've been terrorizing us.
Yeah.
So why are you scared of me? Why are you like Clinton and I always used to say this about Biden, the super predator bill and stuff like that. How do you come up with bills like this and legislation like that, super predator stuff, enable us this and that, when we aren't the ones that are really the super predators?
Yeah.
That's not us.
Yeah.
And we got to stop wearing that like it's us when it's not.
Yeah, the part that really bothers me is how the media does not want to acknowledge when it's another race. Like, how often do we hear the media talking about these mass school shooters all being white?
Yeah.
We don't ever hear that.
You don't hear that. You don't hear that fact.
Yeah, but what you do hear every single time something like what happened in Madison and what happened in Georgia at the end of last year, and with these school shootings, it's, well, gun control, or we need to check in for their mental health and their stability, but if it's a black person that commits a crime like this, you even had a white guy that shoots a CEO in the back in Midtown Manhattan, and he's being heralded as a hero.
Yeah, when you look at it that way, yeah, that's real. When you look at it that way, if he was black and did that,
come on, man,
there would have been he's been heralded. He wouldn't have been a hero by any fashion. He would have only been a hero to maybe black people. White people would have. It would have. He would have.
How could he do such a horrible thing?
It would have, because that meant now black people are shooting white people, and it would have. Whoa.
Yeah, because here's the deal with that. If it was a black man that had some issues with United Healthcare and wasn't able to get the insurance that he needed for a surgery or something like that, and he took matters in his own hands, it's, well, he didn't have to do that, or then it'll be, well, he couldn't afford the insurance, or it's his fault. It's never going to be the other person's fault when it's a black person that is doing an act like that. But again, you cannot tell me that, like you said, a black man would have been celebrated for doing something like that, and he could have had the same reasoning behind it as Luigi Mangione did.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, it is something that it's America, and it's something we live with, and it's something we all need to navigate through together, because I do not want to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not going to get any better, y'all. Who we have coming in office in 13 days is not going to come and make this better. Who's coming in office on January 20th is going to further perpetuate what we are seeing now.
Without a doubt. Because he's a white supremacist. He was raised by him. He is one. He sends signals to those white supremacists, and that's what you're going to see more of. What happened to Kamala happen to more black people as they go out in the world.
Yeah,
because now white people are emboldened by things like that. Yeah, and they're going to say they think they can treat black and brown people the way that they've always wanted to treat us, and they couldn't because it wasn't politically correct. Now it's almost like It's okay. It's politically correct now to not want to shake the vice president's hand. It's politically correct now.
Which was crazy.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. It's politically correct to want to treat a black person in, like trash and say stuff to them. It's okay to storm the Capitol. It's okay to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
And once you make that okay,
it's a dangerous place.
It's a dangerous game.
Marquise hit us up on our True Talking text line and says, that was exactly what I've been saying for years. How do they have the whole world thinking black people are the evil ones when they literally kidnapped us, raped us, beat us, and broke up whole families?
That's history.
It's called America.
It's called America.
It's called America. And when a big part of, I mean, you made a great point earlier, Damien, about prisons becoming the plantations. When slavery was abolished, I have to remind people, everybody wasn't happy about that.
Sure.
Everybody wasn't happy. If you are running a business and you have 100 employees that are working for free,
mm-hmm.
and then someone comes and tells you, you can't do that anymore, you think you're going to be like, all right, it was cool while it lasted.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do to ensure you can still get that free labor?
You put them in jail.
Put them in jail.
And let's not get far away from everything that happens in America and a lot of things that take place in America. A lot of the terrorism and a lot of the history of America is based on economics. Whether you talk about slavery, that was economics. That was free labor. They had free labor. The South got free labor. The Civil War was based upon, they didn't want to free the slaves. They just wanted, why do you get to have free labor and we don't? So it was the North was fighting for their right to stop them from having free labor because all of the rich people were in the South now because they didn't have to pay nobody, whereas in the North, they had to pay people. Segregation. Economics, whereas my taxes are going to pay for everything, but I'm not getting the services that I need to be getting. My schools aren't built up right. I'm not getting the right books. I got to ride the back of the bus, but I'm paying taxes just like this person over there is paying taxes. So you're taking my money and taking it over there to help and clean their streets and do all of that stuff. All of this goes back to economics.
Mm-hmm.
When even now, the prison industrial complex, they have young men that work at McDonald's. They go work at fast food places for pennies on a dollar for the hour that they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting, but so McDonald's and all of these other places, all these other corporations are getting slave labor for their stuff.
Yeah.
You had the judge that was sending young men to jail, had the contract with the private prison. He's getting kickbacks, sending brothers to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, that probably happens a lot.
Yeah, I had to look up the development of modern policing and to get where the origin of where policing came from. It came from slave patrols in the South. So you had people that made sure that these slaves didn't escape, and that's where police started. So once they abolished slavery, they had to abolish slave patrols.
So what did they become?
Just patrols. Police.
Because they now got to control the free Negro.
Because they got to, and again, so you think the police was formed and established to police white people? Oh, okay. Because they didn't need police before slaves, what it looks like.
My sister works, and I was just around shout out to my sister Nikki. She works down in North Carolina, and she has this nonprofit called Emancipate North Carolina. And what they do is they help people that have been wrongly accused of things, of false arrest and things like that. And her favorite statement to saying is you can't, an organization or something that is built on an illicit foundation is always going to have something corrupt in it. So when people say like defund the police and all of that, they're not saying get rid of the police. No. I know brothers that are police officers that are good brothers. I know people that are excellent police officers that do excellent work. But the system of it needs to be reworked.
Yeah.
And that's what and when you look at crime stats and all of this stuff, if you're not looking at the system and how that needs to be reworked, then you would believe that we like Jamal Bryant is saying, the media puts on there that we are the only ones that are doing crimes. When you look at, like I said, what's happening, all the mass shootings and stuff like that, ain't us. That's them. That's them doing that, and that's white on white. Yeah. They never say that's white on white. They just be like, that's just a mass shooting.
Right. And the thing is, it's hard to get somebody to rework a system that they think is working.
Yeah.
And
if it works for you,
exactly.
Why would you do it? Why would you? If you're in power and this system is working for you, why would you? That would take empathy and taking you to sympathize with those that you have historically placed below your foot. Why would you do that? It's working for me. Jimmy ain't going to jail. Little Jimmy ain't going to jail. But Dante and them are.
Yeah.
So
hey, the system is working.
It's working as they want it to work.
Right. All right, Truth Nation, we're going to step aside for our final break, but when we return, we'll have our Truth of the Matter. Keep it locked right here on Truth Be Told with Telly.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with Telly will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. The MPS City Conference basketball season is starting to heat up, and we are bringing you all the live hoops action right here on 101.7 The Truth. Tune in Friday night as we have a matchup between two top girls basketball teams in the conference as the Golda Meir Owls host the Rufus King Lady Generals. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Happy New Year means a lot of rough days ahead for those who suffer from seasonal affective disorder. Plenty of gray, frigid days on the horizon where we all just want to be snugly and warm at home. That's where Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin comes in. Their inviting doors welcome friends and family into a cozy home thanks to Pella's gorgeous, energy-efficient windows, keeping the cold out. Pella can make your home as beautiful on the outside as it is comfortable on the inside. Celebrate the new year with 0% interest for up to 3 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin showroom today so you can learn the Pella difference and get inspired on making your home more energy efficient and beautiful with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Hurry, you only have until January 31st to score Pella's New Year's special. 0% interest for up to 3 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit PellaWI.com.
What's poppin', Truth Nation? It's your girl Noni Juice from my friends at Steinhafels. Right now at Steinhafels, get a new Tempur-Pedic mattress and save up to $300. Discover the advanced pressure-relieving power of a Tempur-Pedic, making aches and pains a thing of the past. Upgrade your sleep with an adjustable base and save up to $500. Use Steinhafels 60-month financing and get a queen Tempur-Pedic mattress for just $48 per month. Don't overpay for a good night's sleep. Shop in-store or online at Steinhafels.com. Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance, and you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Products are not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Gruber Law Offices, we've helped tens of thousands of families after a serious accident. Our priority has always been our clients. We're here for you whenever you may need us. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with Telly on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
All right, Truth Nation, it's been a great show this Tuesday morning. Time now for our Truth of the Matter. We're going to kick it off with MC Damien LZ. Yes, what is your Truth of the Matter?
My Truth of the Matter is what y'all witnessed today between me and my brother Homer was what can happen when black men and black people have conversations. We have powerful conversations. We have conversations that need to happen. And at the end of it, that's still my brother. I still love that man. He still loves me. I'm still his brother. So y'all don't go out there thinking, running up on me like Tupac because me and Homer was up here arguing. Now y'all want to be mad. Like, Day, why you arguing with Homer? That ain't how it works. These are black, and what you're witnessing is what is missing from the political spectrum in all of Americans. People being able to disagree and have conversations, but still shake each other's hand.
Yeah, and on top of that, both had great points. So it wasn't one was right, one was wrong. It's just a matter of both can be right at the same time. Absolutely. And a lot of people don't like to acknowledge that. Mr. Blow, what is your truth of the matter?
Again, ditto to what Dame said. And again, my passion about trying to make sure our community is straight. I want to take that last piece to say, join me at West Care, Wisconsin, 335 West Wright Street on tomorrow morning when they do their food drive giveaway. I'll be there making sure anybody that needs masks, so whether you're just some people that need them, you got a business, a small business that needs masks, I'll be there to help give out masks while they're doing their free food giveaway that they do every Wednesday at West Care, Wisconsin. And Travis Landry and the whole crew over there.
Shout out, Travis.
Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. So I'll be there going live. Come get some masks because we need it.
All right, appreciate that PSA, Mr. Blow. My truth of the matter, I'm going to take a look at Kimberly's YouTube message real quick. And Kimberly says, year after year, this discussion takes place. Where do we as black people go from here? I'm a former CO, and the county jail is full of brothers, and they are fully aware of their crimes they have done. They don't care, so where does the accountability come from? And I'm so glad that you mentioned the A word, Kimberly, because I think that if we all individually have some sort of self-accountability, things will be a lot better. And so accountability starts with yourself. I think that's where we go from here. Thank you, Truth Nation, for engaging on our YouTube as well as our Truth Talk and text line. My thanks goes out to Damian LZ and the legendary Homer Blow. Great show, fellas.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
We all can shake hands and move on. Kumbaya! That'll do it for Truth Be Told with Telly. 9 more hours of live consecutive black talk coming your way here on 101.7 The Truth. Up next is The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. Peace out.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The one call, that's all Gruber Cash giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes,